There's a lot in there. There's a lot. Let's get to some of it, but I need some help. Let's bring in our special guest and board-certified forensic psychiatrist, trial expert, witness, and columnist, Dr. Carol Lieberman. And Dr. Carol Lieberman, listening to this accused murderer, this accused sex offender, this accused pedophile, across the board, awful, awful accusations. What do you hear in his voice? And what did you think of his description of Madeline being like, well, she's on the spectrum, not autistic, but on the spectrum?
Well, this was, I mean, the whole 43 minutes of it was just chilling. It's interesting how he was going along thinking that the police didn't know anything, you know, that he could just tell this story. And he told such details. And I know that that's supposed to be a red flag that someone is lying. And of course, he was lying through his teeth. But you know, he's not the brightest bulb in the shed. And how he thought he was going to remember all those details is another thing. You know, the fact that, yes, that she was ADHD, she had ADHD, and she was on the spectrum, but he kind of didn't want to admit that she was, you know, he was trying to hedge on that one. But, you know, also he talked about being on Ativan. You know, he was so trying to make a point that he was so out of it at that time. And then he went to the vape shop too. So I was thinking whether he was trying to make a case. I mean, at that point, he still thought he, you know, until there was that gotcha moment when they said, no, you weren't going north, you were going south, or vice versa. But, you know, I was wondering if he was trying to make a case for his not being fully present whenever he did what he did, you know, whenever he killed her, allegedly. Looking
a little ahead. I pulled out a printed picture from Stephan's Google Drive that showed Madeline. I'm sorry, folks, I have to read it. With Stephan. What's going on here, Dr. Carol Lieberman?
Yes,
with Jen.
What's going on? I'm sorry?
What's going on with Jen Soto?
Yes, Jen Soto should be charged already, although I guess they want her to help more with giving more information. But clearly, you know, when it said that she thought it was normal for a teen girl to sleep with her stepfather, in the same bed with her stepfather, you know, one could give her the benefit of the doubt, which I am not inclined to do, and think maybe she meant it's normal, like that's how they, like usual, you know, that's what they usually did. Of course, you know, of course, the pictures that you just described, you know, for her to be in denial, I don't think it was denial. I mean, she might have been shocked that they had those kinds of pictures, you know, right in front of her, the evidence. But she had to know. She had to have known. And then, of course, they said that she broke down after that she had a visible upset reaction. So, you know, I don't think this was the first time that she ever imagined this idea. And of course it's horrible. I mean, let me just say that up front, that the idea to think that it is normal or it is okay for a teen girl or any age child to sleep in the same bed as one's stepfather, one's boyfriend, it is absolutely not okay.
In all this, Dr. Carol Lieberman, we don't have a lot of time here, so about 20 seconds or so. Why would he keep these? Why does he keep this stuff?
Because when he's not with Madeline, he can look at these pictures and videos and he can pleasure himself and go over the incident, go over what that felt like and how he felt, and how, you know, relive the experience in his mind. And so that is almost as good as her being there.
Gazette, Dr. Carol Lieberman, thank you all so much. Tough night, folks.